Hey, what is up, y'all? Welcome to game day. Finally, we have, it's been a long time coming for this one. So welcome everybody to Heavy Cardboard, Teach, Play, and Discuss Medium and Heavy Strategy board games. Yeah, board games, War Games 18XX. I'm your host, Edward Euler. Happy to be joined by y'all, because it's solo game day. It really is. It really is. And what game is it? Now, I realize that this one's been a long time coming. It's been delayed about 4,700 different times, but here we are. So happy to be bringing y'all Obsession 2nd edition, designed by Dan Helligan and published by Kayenta Games. I knew I was going to pronounce that wrong. For those scoring at home, it is not that Obsession for men. It is not that one. Just to be clear, nor it's not that one either. It's the game, English Gentry. I am looking forward to this one. Now, we did a full playthrough of this multiplayer of the 1st edition 2 years ago, year ago, something like that. And the 2nd edition has since come out. And Dan was kind enough to send us a 2nd edition copy, which makes the solo game a little bit more, just better, I guess, all around. So there we go. All right. So, yeah. Now, I am going to do a full teach, but sort of not exactly. What I mean by that, whenever I do solo games, I don't do a full front-end teach like I do with multiplayer games, because honestly, it's just me here, and it always feels weird. So what we are going to do is I'm going to go give an overview of the game, kind of give what you're looking at, and then we're just going to play. And I'll explain stuff as we go, and the peanut gallery will fix any mistakes that I make. So counting on y'all. All right? So yeah, this should be a good time. I'm looking forward to this one. And y'all are going to help me choose my opponent today. So without further ado, let's get into Obsession. And Pride, Intrigue, and Prejudice in Victorian England. All right. So, welcome to the solo game here of Obsession. Now, the solo game is actually very, very similar to the multiplayer game that we have done previously. We're going to go ahead and put this out here. That's going to be for whenever we do the Builders Market AI for the bot. That's going to be there. And then our opponent will be some mix or one of these. Now, full disclosure, this is going to be my first solo game. So what does that mean? That means I've taken out all of the expert AIs, because I realize you guys enjoy watching me crash and burn, but I thought the beginner and intermediate feels like a better, reasonable goal. This way I have a fighting chance. So Brunswick's out. I'm not going to be fighting against the Hanover family, nor the Gladstone, or the Annesley? Ainsley? Anyway, they're out. I know. All right. So, here we go. Let's go over it. All right. So, player's objective is the renovate. Let's try that again. Player's objective is to renovate a neglected country estate, rehabilitate the family's tarnished reputation, and improve the prospects of eligible children, with the ultimate goal being to restore the family's standing amongst the Derbyshire social elite, which is measured in victory points. So ultimately, that's what we're trying to do right here. Score more points than whatever the AI that we're going to be fighting against is doing. So we'll see how it goes. All right. All right, so what is it y'all are looking at? Well, we have a couple of boards. We have the main board out here, then we have the elderly board, which is basically the round track and some other information out there, but we'll start with the main board. The main board, we have the servants for hire up here. We have under butlers. Now, the under butlers are only going to be available if a certain tile comes out. Then we have footmen, which are the white ones. Valets, which I was always thought that's pronounced valet, but valet is where you bring your car. I believe these are valets, the green ones. And the ladies' maids are the purple. All right, those are servants that we can hire. We have objective cards or endgame scoring cards. Then we have our casual guests. Then we have our prestige guests. Then we have the builder's market. Now, I believe only in the second edition, this builder's market reserve comes into play as well. I don't believe this is here in the first edition. All right. Then over on the elderly hall board over here, we have the round track. Now we are just going to play the standard game, which is going to be 16 rounds or 16 turns there. Then we have the theme cards. This is going to be come into play whenever we have courtship for the Fairchild children. So more on that later. Then we have the victory point cards or victory point deck there. And finally, we have Charles and Elizabeth Fairchild, who hopefully we will be able to woo, which are worth bonus victory points. Now, off-board, we have, well, not really off-board, but we have the bank. Now, this is super thick cardboard money, so we're going to go ahead and use that. So we have 100s and 500s there. Then we have the, we have a draw bag filled with improvement tiles. The improvement tiles look just like these over here. And speaking of which, we have our player board. Now, not exactly randomly, I chose York as our family because the family bonus sounded interesting. Plus, there is a certain Beyond Solitaire friend of mine that played with the family that gave a $300 bonus. And because she did a solo playthrough with that one, I thought I would do something different, so I chose York. And so it's an asymmetric family bonus that is going to be for our given family here. Then over here we have a reputation track and our current reputation level based on the orbits. This comes around every time it goes from 5 to 1. This will become a higher reputation level. Then we have a order of play, kind of little mini player aid that shows the various steps, the 8 steps or 8 phases of a given round, of a normal round, the normal rounds being the purple rounds out here. Then we have the activity space where chosen activity will go to show its chosen action that round. So we're going to be using these tiles, these improvement tiles as our activity. More on that later as we go along. Then we have the servants track. Servants start out over here in available service, meaning they can go to work. Whenever they have been used, they will go to the expended service. After that, the following round, they will go to the servants' quarters. And then finally, the following round, they will go to be available again. Hopefully all of that makes sense. Now, the various servants that we have available to us, in addition to the ones that we can hire here, we have the blue butler, we have the red housekeeper, we have a valet, we have footman, and the lady's maid. All right. Now, footman can kind of fill in for the valets if the valet is unavailable, and the housekeeper can fill in for the lady's maid if the lady's maid is not available as well. All right? All right. So that is pretty much everything that you're looking at here on our player board, but then we have the country estate improvements. Now, these are where our improvement tiles are going to go, and all of each player, or us in this case, solo, starts with the starter buildings, one of each in the 5 categories or 5 types of improvements. We have the essentials, service, estate, prestige, and sporting. And these are the starter ones because they have the handy-dandy little building that's on each of them as well. All right, these are going to be what we can choose as our activity when we get to the host activity phase there. In addition to that, we also have our starting hand of cards. Now, our cards have our family symbol for our family members. So each family board has a associated 4 family members in it. And then there are 2 random starter casual gentry that come into our hand. Now, you're going to have to take my word for it that these 2 were random, because then you have to shuffle them up with the casual guest, and I've already done that. And that was an involved process, so I didn't want to have to waste time on stream. So this is our starting hand of cards. More on that as we actually go along. And finally, we have the solitaire stuff, the AI. So this is going to be for the AI. Whenever we do the builder's market, as I mentioned, we will roll a die. And finally, we have the family that we're going to be competing against. It's essentially a 2-player game, York versus some family over there. All right? Now, an overview of the game, and then we're just going to go ahead and get started. So an overview, what is it we're trying to do? Well, again, as I mentioned, we're trying to get victory points, and we're trying to score more victory points than the AI is. So where do we get victory points? Well, we're going to get victory points from improvement tiles. Again, those improvement tiles are here by acquiring from the builder's market or possibly the builder's market reserve. Gentry victory points, those are going to be from our player cards. So any cards that we have either in our hand or in our discard at the end of the game, hopefully, will get us victory points. Could be positive, usually will be positive, some will be negative. And then objectives and milestone victory points. So we will have objectives. We will score a number of those, hopefully, at the end of the game if we have met our objectives. So cool, good. And then our reputation bonus, and there's a track. And in fact, I probably ought to show you guys this because I think this is an important thing to show. So if we look here at the victory, right there, right here. So depending on what level our reputation ends up, it will be some number of those points, as you can see right there. And then service victory points are going to be 2 victory points, as you can see, per servant, whether they're available or not, expended, etc. Wealth, meaning money, is 1 victory point per 200 pounds British sterling. Honestly, that's kind of like pity points. You shouldn't try and load up there. And then the subtotal. Now it said, I wrote in here the AI total as well, or AI on the card too. And the reason for that is this is going to be the base number for the AI that you're going up against. And these range from, again, excluding the expert one, these range from 78 up to 102. Okay, as a base number. And then finally, courtship and victory point cards. Well, these victory point cards are going to have some number of victory points on them, as you can see the big number on there, that we will be accumulating, and the AI may be accumulating them as well. And finally, courtship cards. These are worth 8 points apiece if we have them in our hand or in our expended. Final courtship, if they are in our deck, then we're going to get 8 points. The AI also potentially will get 8 points if they get that. And then that will get added to the base number. Whoever has the most points wins. So how do you do that? Well, it's going to be to go through those 8 phases. But honestly, at this point, I say we just go ahead and get started. So, Peanut Gallery, you guys need to go ahead and pick. Now, you can do this one of 2 ways. I will leave it up to y'all, okay? I will show you this. So, here are the available families. We have Cornwallis at 102. We have Simpson there. We have Fitzherbert. There you go. We have Seymour. We have Stewart. We have Fairfax. We have Eden and Anne's family, Boleyn. So we can either choose those, or we could randomize it, shuffle them up, and you guys just choose a number. And that is, let's see, 3, 6, there's 8. So pick a number 1 to 8. I think I'd rather do it that way. That way, you know, you guys don't get to be mean to me. So pick a number 1 to 8. When we get to 3 of those, we will go ahead and pick that. I will bring up the camera, I will bring up the chat, and then we will get started. All right, while you guys do that, I'm going to go and break out some music for us. By the way, I didn't see, did you guys get a kick out of the obsession stuff at the beginning? Hour and a half? I think we could probably do that. Probably going to have to turn this down, though. Oh, yeah, I dig this. A little chill hop, chill lo-fi, hip-hop beats. All right. Let me know the volume on that, how that works out. All right, so let's look at chat real quick. Oh, wow, y'all are active today. Okay, Dan says can't be a beginner. Okay, well, hopefully we draw a non-beginner one. All right, so first one to get the 3 things. So what do we have here? Looks like 3, 6, 2 5s, a 3. So it's going to be the 3rd one, it looks like. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, can't be a beginner. That's a beginner, so Seymour's out. Then, so there goes 3. I will do 3 again, shuffle these. And that's the 3rd one. All right, Eden. All right, so that's who we are up against. 95 points for the base number. Now, I will go over what the rest of the grid and everything on this is after we get started. When it comes, we are playing as the solo rules are called. So we are played with closed courtship. So it's going to be a big guess each round, but it's going to become less of a guess as the game goes along. It'll make sense, I promise. All right? All right, so let's see. I'm sorry, James. If she's a fan of Downton Abbey, I think she would enjoy this. I can't do Downton Abbey soundtrack, sorry. All right. Hey, deal with it, okay? A moment. So this one's oolong. However, I did take the dogs to the dog park in the new car today, and it's a London fog. Seemed appropriate. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. So first off, rotate service is phase 1. Well, honestly, and here I'll show you guys this in up close. Rotate service. Let me back up. There's 2 things we forgot before we start. I need, how we start with how much money? I totally blew past that, I think, in the setup. Or did I? I know we start with some, right? Don't we? A moment. I will look. And we need objective cards. I forgot. No, we actually start with no money. Check that. We don't. You're right. Okay. But objectives, we do need. So we are going to draw 5 objectives, and we're going to discard some of them, and we're going to score a maximum of 3 of them. All right. So I will go ahead and grab these. There are a lot of objectives, so I have shuffled these already, but just so you guys don't think we're stacking the deck. All right. That's right, only Ponsonby. Ponsonby? 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 All right, here we go. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's our 5 objectives, but there may be more that we acquire as we go along. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at what our objectives are to begin with, because that's going to potentially, and because the AI can't exactly cheat, by seeing my cards, we're going to go ahead and let me pull it out just a hair and go down. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right. So I'll just throw all of these up, and we're going to score a maximum of 3 of these. All right. So what do we have? Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So what do we have? Servant bonus. 1 victory point for each basic servant. Valets, ladies' maid, and footmen all count. Okay. So in other words, not our butler and not our, oh shoot. What was her name? What's her, I will get this yet. I thought I would. Oh, I know where it'll be. Housekeeper. There we go. So these 2 don't count, and under butlers won't count either. The black ones there. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, cool. So sporting bonus. 1 victory point per tile. Now, this includes monuments and hybrid tiles. The hybrid tiles are in. So what are sporting tiles? They are the ones that green. So, okay, it's 1 victory point per. So if we have a bunch of those, maybe, that's something we focus on. A tile bonus of 5 victory points if we have the French garden. If we get the French garden, it's 5 points. Okay, cool. Now, bonus group here, the ladies group. We need the conservatory, the flower room, and the music room. We have to get all 3 of those, but we'll score 16 points. That's a lot of points. Pretty good. And then the gentlemen's group, wait, interesting, we got both those. Billiards room, the kennels, and the cabinet of curiosities all required. So these are going to be dictated by if things are available, right? So those, we'll see. And there is really no overlap except between these 2. So that's something to keep in mind there also, all right? Hey, what's up, Kabuki Kid? Welcome, everybody. And yeah, Dan Halligan is in chat as well, all right? So, Dan, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the patience with this as well, everybody. All right, so now we will get started. Start with no money. We have our 5 objectives, 3 of which we will score. So rotate service. We skipped this in the first round. What is rotate service? Anybody in servants' quarters becomes available. Anybody expended goes to servants' quarters. Pretty simple, right? Okay. Then phase 2 here is the round track, monuments, and servants' hall. So we do not have any monuments, nor do we have the servants' hall. So, but if we did, certain things would happen in those cases. So we can skip both of those, but the round track here, we advance it onto turn 1. Now, we should probably go ahead and take a look a little bit more in detail at the round track before we go any further. So what we have is the game is broken up into seasons. There are what I'm going to call 3 regular turns and then just courtship. Courtship is not a turn, it is a special animal in which we are going to flip over, and I'll just show you as an example here, one of these themes. And maybe it's the estate tiles, or maybe it's the essential tiles, or the sporting tiles, etc. We will turn that up at the beginning of courtship because we're playing the base rules as they are written. And then we are going to take a look at how we did in courtship compared to how the AI did. And if we take a look at the AI, that's what this is, season 1. So they will score 3, 0, 2, 3, or 1, respectively, given what color theme comes up. So that's basically what courtship is, that also going to get a victory point card, whoever wins it, whether it's me, whether it's York, or whether it's Eden. And you also get one of them into your deck to be able to use that, which is awesome. So that's what courtship is, and that's going to be at the end of each season. However, there are 3 rounds, or 3 regular turns, 3 regular rounds between each courtship. Now, some of these has special little like actions or special events that will happen depending on what it says at the beginning. And to be honest with you, when we're leading up to it, for this one, I'll go ahead and talk about the village fair, but when we start here, I will talk about objective card. We will have already covered the village fair. I will talk about the builder's holiday, and when we get here, I will talk about the national holiday as well, okay? So, all right, now, and I want to make sure that I get all of this right. So the village fair here is players who have flipped over their study tile receive 2 reputation and 300 quid at the start of each player turn. All right, so what does that mean? Well, if somebody has turned over their private study. So when we get to that, whenever you play a activity tile, usually you're going to, after it's done, you're going to flip it over onto its backside, and you'll know it's there because it will have a rose on the back of that tile, as you can see. And when it does, then you're going to get whatever the bonus is that it says. Future village fairs produce 300 quid and 2 reputation. And again, reputation is moving this little marker, and once it eclipses 5 and goes up, then boom, we have a higher reputation level. Why does reputation level matter? Because you'll notice the number in the bottom left of these tiles out here. If you want to play it as your activity, you need to have an equal to or larger reputation to be able to do that. So right now we only have a reputation of 1, which means we can play any of these. However, we cannot. We can acquire these other ones that have a 2 or possibly a 3 on them, but as it is, we can't actually play them as our activity. So we need to boost our reputation. So that's where the village fair will come into play. So hopefully that makes sense. Alrighty then. So, we're ready to go. We've done rotate service, we have done the round track, and now we have to host an activity, as it says right there. So what does host an activity mean? It means we're going to choose one of these tiles to do. But let's go ahead and take a look at this now a little bit. Oh. Stop that. There we go. All right. So there's a bunch of information on these tiles. Basically everything up here in the top left-hand corner is flavor. Okay, it's what it is. Like you're playing whist, your bowls, playing bowls. Sorry, going out for afternoon tea, hiring more servants, or village fair planning. Right. However, the important stuff, in my opinion, is going to be right here in the middle, in the bottom left, and in the bottom right. So we'll go and talk about the bottom right first. This is the number of victory points you're going to get at the end of the game. You'll notice that some of these are negative. However, you flip them over by having played them, oh, they might become positive. And on that note, you'll notice that with the village fair planning, if you don't ever take it, it's 3 points. But once you do, it's 0 points. But you will have gotten money and reputation throughout the game, so in theory, it evens out, or maybe one way or the other. So victory points, bottom right. The reputation level, bottom left, we've already covered that. But the main thing of these tiles is there in the middle. And what that is it's going to essentially do 2 things. You need to have the available servant to go onto that. So here you'll notice it's the housekeeper or the footman or the butler or the that is the butler as well, right? It is the butler. Yes. Yes, it's the butler. All right. So you need to have them available to be able to play on there. In addition to that, there may be cards from your hand that you must play, potentially, to be able to choose that activity. So now, let's go ahead and talk about the cards. So, we'll go ahead and show those, and then we have our family members. And I don't have room for all of them, but that'll work. So looking at our cards here, you'll know it's a family member because it has the York crest as well as the Y and the purple border around it. So you'll notice here it says to family, meaning I have to play 2 of my family members down to my tableau to be able to also choose that tile in addition to having the butler available. Okay, makes sense? This one is just the butler, so you're not going to play any cards. But this one says gentry. Gentry is any card here, whether it's family member or casual or prestige, meaning 2 fleur-de-lis over here, all right? But it could be male or female, does not matter. And hold on, I'm gonna try and keep myself out of trouble here. This is Victorian England. Keep that in mind. So ladies, gentlemen, there were certain roles. I'm not saying we abide by them nowadays, just it's the theme of the game. So a little bit of grace there. And we will move on. All right, so you'll notice gentry means any card. So 2 of any cards. 2 ladies mean literally 2 ladies. Okay, so it cannot play any gentleman in that case. And again, gentry is any of those. Now, when you have done that, you'll also notice that some of the cards also require attendants. You need to have those available in addition to any that are here on the tiles when you play them. And then you're going to get whatever the bonus is over in the bottom right, whether it's reputation, whether it's getting more cards into your hand, or maybe it's servants, or maybe it's victory points. It could be a whole number of things, or including money. So there we go, as well as things that are on that tile. And all that will happen in a certain order. But that's kind of the gist of it, okay? So all of these cards are in our hand to begin with. And that might be a better way to do that, is like so. There we go. So that is our hand of cards to begin with, all right? All right. So now the question is, the hell do we do? All right, well, we have to host an activity. We have 5 to choose from here. So what is it we're looking at? And feel free to chime in with advice. I may or may not take it. All right, cool. So, oh, and I should point out that anybody that has this means they don't need any attendance. Awesome. And I should probably go over what these symbols are so we have a little bit of context there as well. All right, so money is money. Pretty simple. You get that money. Okay. The lion is reputation, which, again, moves it. For every lion, you move up a bump, and then hopefully so you can play higher tiles, so you can do more cocaine, so you can work more hours, so you can make more money, so you can buy more tiles. You get the idea. Then some might have reputation and money. Okay, cool. Then we have either 100 quid or a reputation. And then a reputation, depending on if it has a little asterisk, there's going to be a York family. There's a rule about that, but that is another casual guest. What does that fleur-de-lis mean? It means we take the top here and add it into our hand. If it's a prestige, meaning dual fleur-de-lis, then that means we get a prestige guest as well. Okay? All right. All right. I think, oh, and there is one other here. This says either you can draw 2 casual guests, choose one, put the other back to the bottom of the deck. And each family also has, for the lady of the house, has this little trash can on there that says you are allowed to trash or get removed from the game 1 casual guest, meaning anyone that has a single fleur-de-lis on there. Now, you are stuck with your family. As much as we all have family members probably that we would like to get rid of, you are, alas, not allowed to get rid of your family members. You can only get rid of casual guests. Now, you can get rid of casual guests that are in your hand or in your discard. Okay? All right. There is one other thing that I should talk about, and then we will really get into it. When I say step 3 is host an activity, there is another option instead of hosting an activity, and that is you can choose to pass. Because when you play cards from your hand, The tiles, when we're done, will flip over to their rose side and then permanently stay on their rose side. And they will come back into our improvement country estate area. However, the gentry cards, whether it's family or casual or prestige or possibly the Fairchilds, if they're in your hand, they will go into a discard pile. And you do not get your discard pile back unless you choose to, instead of hosting an activity, you choose to pass. So when you choose to pass, just like, say, like in a Concordia, you then reclaim your deck. You get everything, all your gentry cards back, and then refresh service. So everybody moves over, regardless of where they are, over into available service. And then you pass go and collect $200 or 200 quid. It's a joke. Or refresh the builder's market, meaning get rid of all of these and then draw new ones. We'll talk about that when we get there. And then you may shop, meaning you may buy a single tile out here. All right. Now, on that note, we should probably go ahead and talk about the market, since that's going to be one of our options at the beginning of the game. So here, you'll notice that there is a large quid amount above each of the tiles. That's how much it costs. We have 0 quid. Probably not going to do that in the first turn. However, you'll also notice that on each of these tiles, they may have a plus or minus or maybe nothing amount on there. A minus means a discount. So 500 quid minus 100 means to buy that tile, it's 400. Easy enough. Or it might have a plus. It's 400 quid plus 100, so it's 500 quid. Okay, easy enough. You immediately put it into your country estate. So down here, so you will have multiples. You cannot have the multiple of the same. You cannot. And there you go. That's pretty much the gist of the game. I think I pretty much just taught it, even though I said I wasn't going to. Shocker. I realize you guys are all surprised at that. All right. Cool. So, what should we do? Now, I see there's some advice in here. Chris says the front parlor. Let's cause our rep to get better, to get a better room soon. I like that idea, meaning here. So that would be a total of 3 prestige. That seems like a not terrible idea. The other option is we do have a village fair coming at the beginning of the 3rd, and I do plan on playing the private study at some point. But I don't know that we need to do that quite yet. And I think getting some money would also be a great idea. So I'm thinking, this is just off the cuff. My thought process is turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. That's what I think. But I like the idea of the front parlor to start, all right? And JM, so Mr. UK, we'll call him, Bowling Green, dad and daughter. So let's see, Bowling Green, let's see, here, 300, 500, and then we get a guest, potentially. And then we would be able to get the servant's quarter, and the servant's quarter says we can deploy a servant from the servant's quarter each turn, which, when we do so, 1 servant from the servant's quarter. So what that means here is this is as if they were in available service. May or may not be useful, but there's that. I think prestige is going to be really important. So reputation, sorry. So I think I am going to go with the front parlor to start here. And you know what? I just realized what I probably ought to do. So give me just 1 second. This way you guys can see this in hindsight. Probably should have done something along the lines of, say, there. That way we can kind of see most everything all in one. It's not perfect, but I think that'll work. All right. So that said, I think we do start with the front parlor. So host activity. So we have done that. And now we have to invite guests. So it requires 2 ladies. Now, the thing here is ladies, we have a total of 3 of them. So we're just going to move the fellas off to the side because they won't matter right now. So there are our options. Those are the 3 ladies. I do like the idea of getting bonus prestige here with Lady Mary Russell. And now, the Honorable Marianne Waters says the York family. The asterisk here for the 2 reps says admirer bonus only. Only if a male prestige guest, meaning with at least 2 fleur-de-lis, guest accompanies the young lady on an activity. Well, that's not the case. So that means we would ignore this and we would only get the top. This allows us to draw 2, keep 1, and this allows us to get a total of 4 reputation. I kind of like these 2. I kind of like that, all right? So I think we're going to go ahead and play Lady Mary Russell. So we'll play that. And honestly, this right now, this is basically just top decking, right? And I think having a little bit of option early on might be a good idea. So let's go ahead and play Beatrice, the Viscountess York. So we're going to play those 2. Okay. So we have, as you can see, host activity. We have invited guests. And now we must provide service. Step 5. Okay. So we have that goes there. We played our 2 ladies, but you'll notice that she needs that there and nothing here. So we have provided service. Excellent. Okay. So now we get to enjoy favors. Well, don't mind if we do. Now, there is an order to things. British pound sterling. So we have money first, reputation, guests, and then any kind of servants. That would, like, for instance, with the butler's room. Okay? All right. All right. So let's go ahead and do it in that order. So we get 100 quid. Hey. Yeah, buddy. All right. So that one's done. Next is reputation. We're going to get 3 rep, nothing, and 1 more for a total of 4 rep. 1, 2, 3, and almost there. Okay. That's cool. That'll work. Next is any guests. The guests say we get to get 2 casual guests and keep 1. And all right, I'll just go ahead and draw. That'll be 1 and that'll be 2. And to be clear, it is the casual guest side here. Okay. So what do we have? We have Francis Trotwood, Esquire. Can somebody explain it? Because I've only seen Esquire like when it comes to like lawyers and type. So what does Esquire mean? I don't know. Big dumb marine, remember. Ladies have allegedly swooned over the dashing Mr. Trotwood, but he is always the soul of honor. And notice he will need a valet, and he provides 1 rep and another guest. Cool. He's worth 0 points, casual guest, and 1 rep. So again, that's good to go. We could play him. The other option, oh my, is Miss Florence Olivier. All right, gossip. Miss Olivier exudes sweetness and humility, but some feel she is the master of innocent gossip. Now note she will require a, oh God, you would think I would have these memorized by now, but I do not. A lady's maid. I'll keep that open. That'll help. However, ignore the attack. In the solo game, there is no attack because there's no other players to attack. And she just loses you 1 rep and -4 points. I think this is actually great that we actually were able to, we don't want this card at all. So we're just going to put it to the bottom of the deck. We'll probably never see this card again, and it's out of the way. A courtesy title for men of higher aristocratic rank. Thank you, Dan. So she is gone. To the bottom of the deck, hopefully never to be seen or heard from again. We will go ahead and add Francis Trotwood, Esquire, to our hand. So there and there, this is our hand of cards, okay? So we have done that, and there are no other favors to enjoy, so we are done with that. Okay? So now we may buy from the market, in theory. We have 100 quid, 400, 500, 400, 6, 7, 8. That's not going to happen this round, so we're done. And now we clear the board. And a moment, I want to make sure that I get all of the steps. Oh, and I should also point out that there are 3 special actions that we can take at any point on our turn. We can borrow 100 pounds, but when we do, it costs us 2 reputation. This is also shown right here, okay? We can also refresh a servant for 3 reputation, meaning we go down, and if you cross that threshold, yes, you do go down a number. Now, you can't lose what you can't lose, okay? So keep that in mind also, and refresh the builder's market, wipe these, put out new tiles, okay? So those are the 3 actions that are available. So whenever we clear, make sure I get all of the steps. All right. So return the improvement tile just used to the country estate organizer. Move servants that have been involved in the activity to expended service. So there and there. These will go into a discard. And I hadn't thought about a discard area. You know what? Let's just keep them off screen. I don't think you guys need to see those, so I think that's fine. Then we use the front parlor, so therefore we're going to flip that over. Notice the rows on the back side. It now requires us to play 3 ladies and gives us 2 prestige, whereas it was 2 ladies and 3 prestige, but it was negative 2 points. It's now positive 2 points. Hey, that'll do, pig. Okay, and once it's on the rose side, it will never be flipped again. There are tiles that will continually flip every time you play them, but we'll cover that when we get there. Done. So that is clearing our board. But now the AI goes. So let's go ahead and take a look now at the AI area. All right. Oh, hold on. Let me a moment. I'm taking a look at chat. Okay. All right. Cool. Good. All right. Exactly, Tony. Attending without a male partner. Outrageous. No rep. All right. So here we go. So first off, we have to see, is it a standard turn or a monument turn? What does that mean? What that means is there a monument out here in the market? I will alert you when one comes out. There is not one currently. So that means it's going to be a standard turn. So we're going to roll 5-sided die. 5? Really? Really? I don't even know where the 5 came from. Anyway, 20-sided die, and we're going to do what it says. Position 1 to 6 means we're going to get rid of that tile out of the game forever. 16 to 19, no purchase. And 20 is refresh, wipe the entire market. But if it's 16 to 20, then we're going to have a -5 from the die roll next turn. What does that mean? That means that you will never not have a purchase 2 turns in a row. So that's all that is. So we'll go ahead and roll the die. And I did not grab a, I think we're okay. I think we have room. That is 13. 13 says position 5. That card, or I'm sorry, that tile is completely out of the game. Position 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the Hillside Kennels. No pheasant hunting. That is gone. And by gone, I mean you literally just, no, I'm just kidding. It's just out of the game. Doesn't go back into the bag. Keep that in mind. So what happens then? Slide and refill. All right. All right, so what do we have? We have the drawing room. That's what came out. Now, one other thing, and I will just temporarily zoom in on one of these. You see these numbers right here, the 040, the 055, bingo, the 080, etc. Whenever you do a market refresh or at the start of the game, the tiles will go in that order left to right based on that number, but it does not come into play whenever you're just filling up a space out here. Okay? Cool? All right. All right. So there we go. Boom. That is the game's turn. We now go turn 2. And then we do it again. Rotate service. So these guys hang out. Whoop, done. Okay, cool. Round track. Okay, I'm a little ahead of the game. No monuments, no servants' hall. Easy enough. And now host an activity. Cool. All right. So what do we want to do? All right. And Dan brought up a good point. If we're going to do it, we probably ought to do it now. And you know what? Let's go ahead and get these out here so you guys to be able to see for now. Okay. All right. So I think we do the private study because I really want to be able to get that extra 300 quid for the village fair at the beginning of next turn. I mean, the other option is the bowling green, but we could always do this after doing that, and that way we make use. I do want to do it, and it makes sense to do it before the first village fair because there are 2. There are 3 in the extended game, but I think the private study makes sense. Hey, Sammy. All right. There we go. All right. And there are multiple of the various tiles available too. All right. So yeah, we're going to do the private study. I think that's kind of a non-decision to start with here. All right. So that requires 2 family members, which means Mr. Esquire goes away and John Ambrose Esquire also goes away. So those 2 out. So we're not going to bother with them, looking at them. Now we have these. Now, getting another rep and 200 quid, or, you know, So the 1 reputation would put us up to level 2 rep, which means we're a ways from getting, well, are we? Ooh. Then again, we could afford that. And that's... The other option is we could play her to be able to just get the 1 casual. I think we're going to do both the gents. I think so. So we're going to save her. Plus, gives us... It doesn't matter, actually, in that case. But, yeah, I think we go ahead and do the 2 gents and no other attendance needed. Sorry. No other attendance needed for the fellas. So here, we need the butler. And then 2 family members there. No other attendance done. Enjoy favors. So, money. 2 or the rep? Man, I think we wait on the rep. I think we get the 3. That would give us a total of 4. Plus, we're going to get 300 more, which is 700. Whew. Where's the rep? I don't know. What do y'all think? All right, help me decide. Do we get the 100 or do we get the reputation? What do y'all think? Smart man, Sammy. What do y'all think? Kushiguro says, take the money and run, apparently. Ben, show me the money! Straight cash. I'm sorry, Chris. You've been out. You've been overruled. So we're gonna straight cash. So we're gonna take 300 quid. So as Liz said during her live stream, there's a whole pile of cash that you will gaze longingly at and never really acquire because you're always hunting money. It's a fair statement. I think it's pretty funny. So shout out to Liz. All right. So we have provided, we've enjoyed enjoyed favors. So done. So we're just going to go ahead and get rid of them off screen. Good. And now we have 400 quid. We could buy from the market. Okay. Well, do we want to? So that is 400. So we can afford the butler's pantry, which will gain us an under butler. So what does that mean? That means this. And he can perform any male service role except for the useful man that is in the expansion. Okay. We cannot afford that. That's 500. We can afford the fenced paddock, however, which allows us to dismiss a guest if we wish and to gain a guest. But now here's the thing also that we need to keep in mind, y'all. We're going to get a theme card here that is going to help us with colors, which again, for the courtship, right now, we don't know what that's going to be. So it's a WAG, where I'm from, a wild posterior guess. All right. And Dan brings us up. I recommend to regularly check the courtship conditions on the AI to guide your purchases in tiles played. I think that's a really good point. So let's look at the first courtship. So we start out with the AI has 30231 in that order, okay? So what does that mean? This is going to flip over. That's going to be a 1 still, okay? So we're looking at the number in the bottom left for courtship. So this is going to be 30231. So if we got the fence paddock, we would actually tie the AI currently. So keep that in mind, okay? I like the under butler. However, the village fair is going to give us 300 quid. The 300 along with our 400 would be potentially 700, which means we could get the the north dining room. And if we do that, it doesn't give us any special other than it gives us another essential. And keep in mind, it's 5 gentry we can play, but it's a level 3. We're only going to be at a level 2, so that might be a bit aggressive. All right. Sorry, I said the bottom left. I meant the bottom right. Sorry, bottom right. So this number here. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. I think we take the butler's pantry. What do y'all think? I think we take the butler's pantry. I like that idea. So I say we go ahead and do that. That's going to be all 400 quid for that. Allows us more actions. So yeah. So there goes all of our hard-earned money to hire the under butler. When you get that, they go into expended service, unfortunately. But that will come. And it always comes in on the non-rose side. Okay? All right? All right, so now clear the board. So our butler has been used. This will now flip over, And, oh, hey, that becomes a 0. It goes from 3 points to 0. Not points, per se, but it is improvement for courtship. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, so now we then come over to the AI again, and we did, there's still no monuments out there, so it's going to be a standard turn. We did discard something, so we don't -5. We're just going to straight up roll. We have 8, and 8 says position 3. So position, oh, hold on. Before we do that, there and there. I should have filled that first. Sorry. And we got the gabled conservatory, which another level 3 requires 3 ladies, gives you a prestige. C4, gives you a casual guest. You can see 4 of them and take 2 in the casual guest. Interesting. No, what category do you have to win in solo for all of them? Let me be clear. We don't know yet which category it's going to be. It's going to be based on what we flip up here, which is going to happen at the very beginning of courtship. It's random. We don't know. All right, so now that I refilled it after I purchased, we then come over here and we rolled an 8, and that is position 3. So 1, 2, 3. Breakfast room, alas, is gone. Okay? So that's sad. That sucks. But that's gone out of the game. Whoop. And we will draw another tile. Big old bag. And we have, ooh, Cabinet of Curiosities. Now, why am I oohing the Cabinet of Curiosities? Well, first off, 6 reputation, 2 gentry. It is a level 5, though, so keep that in mind. However, I would like to remind us, billiards room, kennel, and the Cabinet of Curiosities here. So that is one of the 3 that we need for that. So just reminding everybody, okay? Cool. Now, there is a variant that we could play that we could have done this face up at the beginning of the season. There's another one where you can randomize. It just shows up randomly. But I'm doing it as written for the first playthrough of this. I imagine there's going to be probably a total of 2 or possibly 3 playthroughs of Obsession when it's all said and done. So that is the end of the second round. So now, rotate service. So ladies, come on back over, and the gents, come over there. And now, round track, boom, village fair. No monuments, no servants hall. So, the village fair. Future village fairs produce 300 quid and 2 reputation. So 300 quid. There we go. And 2 reputation. That goes 1, 2, boom. Moving on up. So what does that mean? That means any tile with the number 2 or lower we can play on it. So that changed nothing currently because the breakfast room has left us. All right. Oh, Dan brings up another good point. Thank you for pointing that out. That the conservatory is actually here for the ladies group as well. So both of these here are important for us if we want to go for these 2 for the end of the game. So keep that in mind. Okay? All right, cool. So we've round tracked the whole 9 yards. We've done the village fair and now host an activity. So what do we want to do? JT, Cabinet of Curiosities is secret code for Victorian Love Dungeon. I mean, obviously. All right. And Dan brings up a good point. Open courtship's too easy for solo. You know the AI's category. That is a very good point. All right. Exactly. Alyssa said, can you buy a tile if the level is higher than your rep, just not use it? Yes. You just can't use the tile. Yeah. Oh, my bad. There we go. All right. So what do we want to do? Yeah, that's right. This one doesn't flip, so it doesn't matter. So, okay. All right. So this is our last round before courtship. We have 300 quid. We can only afford a fenced paddock. I need to look something up real quick. Give me just 1 second. Make sure I didn't. Oh, and I have, yeah, I have 3 guests. I'm sorry, yeah, 1 family member, 3 gentry in our hand. I need to look up one thing. You know what? It'd just be easier. Dan, for the fence paddock, the symbol here, that means you get a casual guest and you can dismiss a guest. And the dismissing is always optional. I know that, but that means you get to do both of those, right? So you get to draw one and dismiss one as well, correct? The gazebo here does allow us to get a prestige guest. That's true. We do have footmen available. And I do want to point out, notice, it requires 2 valets. We only have 1 valet. But if a valet is unavailable, a footman can fill in for a valet, remember. So, okay, cool. Yeah, I was right. All right, good. Thank you, Dan. Okay. I mean, the other option is, we are just short. I'm looking at the bowling green. That would give us 300. That would give us 600, which the drawing room doesn't really interest me. And I'm looking here because that's 600, 700, 900. But it would allow us, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think doing the bowling green makes sense. So I'm just working through this. The front parlor, we don't have 3 ladies, so can't do that. The 2 gentry, we can do. The butler's room, we don't have a butler available, so we can't do that. And that one's already done, so okay. And that. So it basically comes down to, I'm sorry, this or the bowling green. And honestly, I think the gazebo is what makes the most sense. So yeah, I think we go the gazebo. We'll get a prestige. And then, honestly, I can't see a reason why we would not play both of the fellas. And I'm sorry, Marianne, but yeah, I think that makes the most sense. So we will go ahead and bust out some afternoon tea. So, you know what? Afternoon tea sounds good. Yeah, that was tasty. And I'm paranoid that that the royalty-free music goes away. So I'm just going to go on the ridiculously long playlist here. So, yeah, there we go. All right, cool. Hey, if you guys are enjoying this, don't forget, give it a thumb down below. I appreciate it. I'm hearing Martin in my ear now. Give us your thumbs. Subscribe and consider supporting the show over on pledgehc.com. Certainly would appreciate it, y'all. All right. So, what do we have here? We have that. We're going to go ahead and play the 2 gents, as I mentioned. So, now we need to provide service. We will go footman, valet, and footmen to fill in for the valets, and we are golden, and now we will enjoy the favors. So we get no quid, but we do get reputation. That's going to be a total of 3 reputation there. So 1, 2, 3. We are on the cusp of moving on up to our 3rd level there. In addition to that, we're then going to get 1 casual, and we will get 1 prestige. So we will grab 1 casual. Oh, that hurts. A moment. Okay, and 1 prestige. So those cards are done. So I'm just going to do this a little bit out of order here. Just going to move all of these over there, just so those are now getting discarded. So, because screen space. All right, so here we go. All right, so the casual, you'll notice level 2, level 3, so we can't quite play her from our hand yet. Lady Elizabeth Hastings, Lady Elizabeth, a devoted traveler, is the eldest spinster daughter of the wealthy Earl Hastings. Requires a lady's maid and gives us 300 quid. That's nice. And Sir Alan, oh boy, Fulford. I don't know what the last part, I don't know what that is. The eldest son of the highly respected Sir Edward Fulford, Sir Alan is taciturn and known for his dark moods. So he gives you 2 rep though and 100 quid. Cool. So both of those are in our hand now to go along with there. And I'll just go ahead and leave that. Okay. Oh, wait, did I do something? Why can't I do that? Wait, what did I screw up? What did I screw up? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, that's right, that's right, that's right. Only if you have a brushing room can a footman step in for a valet. You are, yeah, obviously, Dan's right. It's his game. You are totally right. So, with that said, instead of playing him, which I could not do, check that. So, the footman cannot be used. I forgot. I have to have the brushing room. Thank you. Instead, I will play her, which means I go back 1 prestige, 1 rep. So, that will go back there. Okay. So he is available. There we go. All right. No harm, no foul. Thank you for the catch. Thanks. There we go. All right. I can only look at the chat so much. So, all right. Thank you. All right. Cool. I'll get there. All right. Cool. So those are now in my hands. So we've gotten our favors. Buying from the market, 400, 300. So the question is, do we go ahead and purchase the fence paddock? This is going to be at 2. We would tie, and that would be negative. I don't think we go with the fence paddock. I don't think so. So I don't think we're going to buy anything. So we'll clear the board. So that will go there. This flips, and now we're at 2, which will tie the Edens. All right. And that is at 1, which we will beat them. All right, cool. That works. All right. All right, so clear the board. Let's see. So rotate service. Check that. Before we do that, clear the board, done. Now we will go to the AI. I apologize. There you go. All right. Hey, Maria. All right, so here we go. Again, no monuments out, normal roll. That'll be a 15, and 15 is position 6. That sucks a lot. Well, that happens. There goes the Cabinet of Curiosities. Boop. which also means that one's probably going to go away now. That sucked a lot. All right, let's draw another tile. Screw you, Eden. I'm just playing the base one, Maria. We have the riding stables. It requires a gentleman and a lady. Gives us 200 quid. And do we need... So this one, I'm just going to kind of do like this because that's probably not going to happen now. Man, that's a bummer. All right. Okay. So we go into Courtship. All right. It's the first time we're doing Courtship. Let me make sure I get all the steps right, which is pretty simple. All right. So first things first, we are going to flip over a theme card. I'm going to shuffle those so you guys don't think I stack the deck. Not that I think you think I think that. But... Oh, that's cool. Maria was one of the original backers in 2017 Kickstarter campaign. Volunteered to help with the graphic design facelift on the game. Facelift, not lip. All right. All right, so shall we cut? I think we cut. So we'll go there. All right, so what did the Fairchilds request? They want prestige. So we take a look at the AIs. The AI's prestige is at 3. Our prestige is at 2. I'm pretty sure 3 to 2. Advantage them. So, and by them I mean the nasty Eden family. So, they want it. So they are going to get, and just making sure. They secure the victory point card and the Fairchild card per normal. Sorry, they don't bother with the Fairchild. Right, so they're going to get, and again, I'm just going to do like so. Consider that shuffled. And this gets added. You know what, we'll put it over here. And the 5 I put here, by the way, from one of the other players to remind us the -5. If they ever, I'll put the die, I'll put that over here if they ever need it. But the victory point, we don't know what number is going to get added to that. Yeah, that kind of sucked. By the way, I forgot to mention, who are you guys rooting for, me or the game? And that'll be a glory to Rome. That's going to be another glory to Rome. One for getting rid of the Cabinet of Curiosities, and another for that being a prestige, meaning we lost that. So that's 2. That sucked. All right. Boo. All right. I'm not bitter. Yes, I am. All right. So now something else is going on that I think is going to be important to point out. Okay. Begin service tile reserve. Okay. Starts right here as soon as we do that, which we're going to. So service tile reserve. So if we actually just move over to there, you'll see now we have this. It says, after season 1, move all service tiles to this location. All future service tiles are placed here. Meaning, this bad boy, whoop, will go over there, and then... So any service tiles that come out, if we draw one for over there to refill, then it will just get stacked up here like that. So we will start with that. And there's a brushing room, speaking of which the brushing room now will come over there. And correct me if I'm wrong, Dan, you'll notice that it says 300 quid and 300 quid. We'll talk about this when we get to the second season. But the minuses, do those apply? I forget. I don't think they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. So now we will draw another one. All right, so we have the north dining room. Notice, we have 2 north dining rooms. We cannot own both of those because they are the same name. So we could only take one. I think the 400 variety is twice as good as the 800. Okay? All right. Yeah, right. Now that we had the issue about the brushing room, that's funny. All right. So, new round. Rotate service. Fellas, come back. All right, cool. So the round track, already done. No monuments, no servants' halls, done. All right, so host an activity. Well, what can we do? Oh, they do count. Okay. So I'm actually going to do like this until we get more, just so y'all can see them. So these are actually, this one's 400, the servants' quarters, but the brushing room now is only 100 to be able to use footmen as valets, which I tried to do earlier. Oh, and one other thing, we should probably look at the second round here for season 2. 3, 2, 2, 3, 1. Oh my, wow. Okay, but looking here, we're at 0, 1, 2, 2, minus 3. Now I say minus 3 because as soon as it flips over, it will go to 2. So if we use this, we'll be leading in we'll be leading in one of them and tied in another without buying anything. So keep that in mind, okay? All right. All right, so let's see. Oh, God, thank you, Dan. Yes, God. These stack, meaning they're like so. So we're going to fill that. You can buy one of these, and if the AI gets rid of, say, position 2, they both go away. Thank you, Dan. Right. Okay. And yep, thank you. And we have the south lawn. Now, the south lawn is a hybrid. So now I think it's important to go ahead and show that. So you'll notice here that it shows, the south lawn, it has a little flower on it. It shows that when it's on this side, it's a level 2, requires 2 ladies, and a footman gives you 300 quid, and it's worth 2 improvement points. Then when you flip it, it will turn into an estate tile, 3 gentry and 2 family, and gives you a prestige. But it's going to count for different things depending on what side it is. And it will never not flip. So it will continually flip sides every time you use it. So that's kind of a really cool tile. All right. Yeah, I dig that a lot, actually. All right. So what the hell are we doing? We have 300 quid. Oh, and another thing I didn't talk about, the objective card. We're going to draw 2 objective cards and add them to the 5 that we have. Remember, we're going to be able to play 3 of them. All right? So what the hell are we trying to do? So we have 2 gentlemen and a lady. We cannot. We can't play either of the gentlemen right now because we do not have any of the valets. Huh. Yeah, we're going to have to probably get that brushing room. Which I guess we're going to play the butler's room, or we pass and we get our hand back. I don't like passing here. We can't play the bowling green because I can't play either of these. And I don't want to burn the reputation. Oh, and I can't even play her either. So yeah, we're going to have to go butler's room. That's right. You are correct. The under butler can serve as a valet. That's right. So I can. But I cannot play her because level 3. Oh, wow. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I still can't because we're only at rep 2. So I think we're going to have to do the butler's room. I really didn't want to, but I think we're going to have to. Shoot. There's no way around that, is there? Yeah, no, I don't see a way around that. Unless there's something I'm obvious. Oh, right, I could pay the money. Yeah, I think we use the butler's room because I'm not seeing a good way around it. Plus, the other nice thing is there's also this. It's not great, but it's a fallback, right? Okay, so I can't do the, hold on, I can't do the bowling green, y'all. Am I pay 300 to move one up? I'm not understanding. I can't buy reputation. I can't, that's not one of the special actions. Am I being obtuse here? Because I can't. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, okay. You're saying spend the 3 reputation to get the valet to be able to play them, and then I would get the 3 rep back. That might actually not be a bad idea. To be able to then do the bowling green. So it basically, but it also allows me to flip this, which, yeah, you know what? I think I will. So as a special action, that's a fair point. I will go ahead and refresh one servant. Okay, so it's going to cost us 3 rep. I see, I'm going the wrong way with it. 1, 2, 3, there. So we will refresh the valet, there. And then we will go ahead and play the bowling green. That's going to require a footman. I'll just go in. And then the 2 gentry are going to be these 2, so she will stay in my hand. They both require a valet. So 1 there, 1 there, problem solved. There you go. I figured my way out the box. All right, so we're gonna get a total of 400 quid. We'll go ahead and get one, and just cause, ooh, Nelly, that's pretty. All right, so then reputation, 1, 3, so we get the 3 that we just paid. 1, 2, 3 that we just lost, if you will. And we get a casual. Dear filthy casual. All right, so let's see, what do we got? Roger, Viscount Benton. He's a cad, holds an ancient title, but rumors of the poor treatment of young ladies follow him. So whenever I play it, I lose a reputation. He requires a valet, and I get a casual, and he lose 2 points. So probably going to want to get rid of him at some point. Goes into my hand. So, all right. Buy from the market. Well, we have 700 quid now. We could, now remember, we do also have these over here. But 700 quid. And the color is slightly different between the riding stable and the south lawn. So what you're seeing is pretty fair. So we have 700. Well, the conservatory is awfully tempting. We are on the cusp of being able to play it, as you can see here. And it is one of the ones for the big ladies group bonus. And that would also give us the lead in the estate. I kind of like that. Yeah, I think I like that. I think we're gonna go with that. So that's gonna be 600 quid. So there, we will take the gabled conservatory. And then clear the board. So gone. There. Discard. And the bowling green flips. It's only worth 200, but we're at 2, which is higher than there. And now we are currently at 3, which we will permanently be beating him in estate. So hopefully the Fairchilds are interested in estate. All right? All right. Cool. So now, refill. And wouldn't you know, it's a music room. That'd be the second one we need for that. Well, I think we chose right. Don't you dare be a 6. So let's go ahead and now see what the AI is going to do. Those dirty Edens. Still no monument. So basically we want anything but a 15. There's a 5% chance. So think of a number. I'm thinking, I don't know, 2? Think 2. $10. Okay. 10 is position 3. 1, 2, 3. There goes the drawing room. Back to it. And we have the Queen's Suite. All right, so the Queen's Suite becomes a monument once you've played it. So that's one of the new tiles in the second edition as well, okay? But it is not a monument right now. It is just a suite, okay? All right. All right. Hated to lose the drawing room. I agree, but you know, we'll manage. It's okay. It's okay. So, rotate service. Welcome back. Y'all go there. Done. Round track. Objective card. We'll get there in a second. No monuments, no servants' hall. So now we will go ahead and draw 2 more objectives. 1 and 2. So what do we have? We have the Animal Lovers Group, which is a fenced paddock, which is the cheapest available building right now. The kennels, I believe we've thrown one away. Yeah, we've gotten rid of one of the kennels already. And a riding stable, which 2 of these are currently out there. That's tempting. And, well, We already got that one. That'll do, pig. That'll do. All right. So here, let's be honest. This one, gone. We're just going to take it off the screen because that's just not going to happen since the Cabinet of Curiosities went away. And this one, we already got. So we're just going to kind of tuck that one away. We can book those 5 points if we want. Because remember, 3 of these. But we just got 1 of these, and 2 of these are currently available. All right. Okay. That actually kind of worked out pretty well, I think, overall. So that was the objective. So, host activity. Well, that's 200 quid, and the writing stables are 300 quid. Getting money would be nice. To be able to buy one of them for sure. So this is -2 until it's flipped to a 2, and -1 flipped to a 2, and we're currently winning, losing, permanently winning, losing by 1, and losing by 3. And the Animal Lovers group also works with the sporting tiles, so, all right. You know what? I believe you, Ben, but I'm looking in the rules. I believe you. Trust but verify. Give me a second. So, Dan, have a good one, Mr. UK. Dan, who was it? Ben said you toss a goal after courtship afterwards. I believe you, but I can't. Where does it say it? Because I vaguely remember that being the case. But I cannot remember where that was the case. Where? All right. So, another thing to keep in mind. That's what we have right now. If we pass, that would give us the ability to buy either the fence paddock or the riding stables. And we only have these in our hand, I think. I think we pass, because, I mean, all of this. And we get all of our, I think so. I believe that it's true, but somebody tell me where it is in the rule book so I can just lay eyes on it. So if we don't pass, what could we do? I don't want to do the butler's room. 3 ladies, 2 gentry. We can't play them both. Can't do. I think we pass. So if we're going to pass, here we go. So we're going to pass. We're going to reclaim our deck. So all of these come back into our hand along with what we have. So these are now in our hand. Cooper is with us, apparently. And refresh service. Good. Collect 200 in tenant rent because we don't want to refresh the builder's market. And then we can shop. Don't mind if we do. This allows us to get rid of the CAD. But this gets us, and that gives us a casual. This gives us, but that's -2, and that's -1. We need the money to then be able to do that. So I think we would actually do the riding stables next turn, because that would then give us, we already have the lead. Damn it. We have the lead already, but we need them both. So we have the lead and we have the lead, the two things that would help us. Okay, page 3, lower right-hand corner. Discarding bad objectives during the game. Shame on you, Dan. In standard play, players begin the game. I knew I read it. Begin the game with 5 objective cards. In Season 1, the first 4 rounds, players evaluate and discard 1. And then early in Season 2, you draw and keep 2 more. At the end of each of the next 3 courtships, players discard a card, getting rid of a total of 4, settling on the 3 best scoring objectives for the final courtship. And it's in Okay. Dan owns it. There you go. All right, cool. So, what the hell do we buy? Whatever one we buy, we're going to have to play next turn. So, that would be 2, which would then buy us that. We're going to buy the riding stables. So that's going to be 300 quid, because it's 500 minus 200. That'll go there. Plus, it helps with the sporting. I think that's okay. So that's good. It's all right, Dan. All right, now we have the stateroom for a formal affair. It's a level 6. Good Lord, that's a big one. A ton of prestige, and allows you to play 6 cards. See, and Maria says, yeah, with the courtship stuff. I agree, but let's not belabor it. No big deal. We found it. That's all that matters. All right, so we passed, and now... no monument out there. We want high number, so something between 5 and 19. Let's go 12. How about a 12? 9, okay. See, you think of the things that you do want, you don't think of the things that you don't want. Don't put that out in the universe. So 9 is position 3. Well, just pointing out, position 3, 1, 2. Oh, what was here? The riding stables was there, huh? That sucks, though. There goes the hybrid tile. Damn it. I really don't like the Edens. Would it be a good Victorian cuss word for glory to Rome? Yes, but glory to Eden. And another breakfast room. I think that's another, right? Is it? Yeah, it is. I don't like the Edens at all. All right. So that was our pass. So now, rotate service. Well, don't need to. All right. Last round before courtship. So host activity. I did say we needed to play this. The reason we needed to play this is because he is at 1 and we are currently at 1 here. So if we play this and flip it, that's going to be a 4, and we need to do that. So we're going to go ahead, and we need to play a gentleman and a lady. We'll figure that out in a minute, but the footman will go there. All right. Curmudgeon, barnacles, blazes. All right. All right. So let's see. Not a good option. No. We cannot play her yet, but I do like the idea of being able to get 2 reputation. We need a gentleman and a lady for that, so they are not going to come into play. That certainly is an option because that's money and reputation. I don't want to bother playing that yet until we can make use of her, so not really that great. And instead of just the 2 reputation, might as well get the 2 reputation and a money, so no. And that is a gentleman, correct? It is. So that isn't nearly as good. That's another 200, don't need it. That also is tempting, or that. So I think we go ahead and play Mr. Fulford for sure. And then which... You know what? I think there, I kind of like that. And we'll save this for a rainy day. Okay? Poppycock, Balderdash, Billy, Mr. Moustache. All right. All right. So there we go. So we need a lady's maid. Keep wanting to say maid of honor or lady in waiting. It's neither of those. There we go. All right. So we get quid first. So it's going to be 1, 2, 400. Okay. 3 reputation. 1, 2, 3. How you do? There we go. Good stuff. All right. And now buy from the market. I think we'll go with the fence paddock, unless there is something else that y'all see that seems viable. We could wait on the fence paddock and get the music room. We can't. It's only 400. Well, I guess theoretically we could go back to reputation to be able to get the music room, but we can't use the music room. But if we do 3, hold on, we would be winning, losing. So as long as it gives us a 60% chance, but the 2 rep, oh. I'm going, because this would then make it to where we're losing. No, I like that. We are going to do that. We're going to go back 1, 2 reputation, and okay, back to that. That'll be 100 quid, which is going to be 100 to be able to buy the music room. There. Because that's going to, now we're winning. Oh, try that again. Winning. That will flip over. That's now worth 300. So there's that. A family recital. And those are out of play. Ties, we both get the victory point. We both get a victory point marker, but I don't get the Fairchild. So yeah, you know what? I'm willing to roll the dice on it, quite literally. Okay. Have a good one, Alyssa. Get off. Another music room. Get off me. All right, cleared. Everything's already cleared. So we roll. So we're looking for, say, I like 9. Let's go ahead, another 9. That's a 5. So 5 is position 2. That means both the north dining rooms are gone. Man, those Edens are brutal, aren't they? And we have an English garden. Not to be confused with the French garden that we need there. All right. Well, we survived that. So we go into courtship. So we are hoping that it is estate, prestige, or sporting. You know what? How about we have some fun with this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pick a number 1 through 9. First one to get 3 of them. And that's the one we'll go with. 1 to 9. Seriously, who needs 2 north dining rooms? Really? Thanks, Shad. 7 looks like the first one to get 3. All right, so 7-1 it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 is right there. Estate, prestige, or sporting. Awesome. Essentials, and by awesome I mean terrible job, peanut gallery. Terrible job. They're at 3. We're at 0. Son of a glory to Rome. This is not going well. So another victory point for them. Card. That's 2. Good news, Village Fair. So, all right, rotate service, that happens first. Round track, 300 quid and 2 rep, so 1, 2, so at least we get that back for the Village Fair. Okay. Guess there's that, we're halfway through. Just accept the lost courtship and prepare for season 4. Exactly. So the final courtship's going to take into account all 4 of these. Which, the final one is 5, 2, 2, 14, 5. The stateroom's 8. That gives us the 13. So looking at that stateroom. But I also am looking at the fence paddock too, right? All right. I voted for 8, just saying. Yeah. All right. So what are we going to do? What are we trying to do? We either need 700 quid or we have enough money to be able to get the fence paddock. And we're 2/3 of the way to, here. The fence paddock gets us 2/3 of the way to this one. Oh, courtship's over. We need to get rid of one. I mean, I think we get rid of the sporting one because right now we're only at 2. I don't think we're going to go heavy. I think we get rid of the sporting one. So that one's gone. Okay. Got friend zoned. One other thing I said I would mention. The builder's holiday here is players are permitted to purchase as many tiles from the market as resources allow at the very beginning of that turn. So we have this turn and that turn to be able to buy a bunch, potentially. And I should talk about the national holiday since Maria just mentioned it. Players are permitted to host any activity and any guests during the holiday round, meaning, oh, even if I'm not at 6 prestige, I still, or 6 rep, I could still play the stateroom, okay? So what are we doing? What are we doing this turn? So we're at 3 now, so we can play that. That's 300 quid right there. Although we don't have the ladies' maid, but we do have the housekeeper, which can fill in. So that is viable right there. And we're at level 3. So I can't play the music room yet. But I'm looking at this. That would give me enough to be able to get the stateroom. A gentleman and a lady. I'm just looking at the cards. So not terribly exciting. Not terribly exciting. I mean, that gives us a total of 1,100 quid between that, and that. But it doesn't flip anything. Whereas this, 3 ladies, so... And we can't. We don't have 3 we do. We have that available if we were to do the gabled conservatory. Nice, Kevin. Welcome. And David, welcome. Glad to hear y'all. So that leaves us nothing but fellas going forward, which means we could not ever do the riding stable until we pass. I think we can go ahead and just go, yeah, put those there. That allows us, we would get 2 common. We could, and I don't think it's too early to just get rid of the CAD for the bottom one there. But the but we're short 100 quid to be able to get the stateroom. So I guess we could get the fence paddock this turn. I think we could. Prestige, what is that, Dan? Prestige rating 1 kicks in. What's that? I don't see where you get 900 with the conservatory. We have 300, 300. So that's a total of 6. Am I missing something? I think so. I think we go ahead, yeah. So we'll play the Gable Conservatory. 3 ladies. We'll play those 3, because those are the only 3. Oh, shoot. Thank you, y'all. Over here, all level 1, these come up here now. All the level 1s. You're right. Thank you. That should have actually happened already. Okay, you're right. That is. Thank you. You're right. Now at least it's safe. And another gable conservatory, which we already have one, so it's moot for us. Okay. Yeah, done. So, oh no, I can't. Yeah, I can. Can I? Yeah. So we have the butler comes there. Lady goes there. Hey, Peter. Okay. Okay. So now we get our money. That's going to be 300 there. And then we get a whole lot of guests. So we don't get any reputation since there's no prestige gentleman with her. So we get a regular 1. And then, you know what? I think for her, we will go ahead and discard him. That's essentially out of the game. We're just going to put him to the bottom of the deck. So that's out of the game. The cat is gone. So that is done here. Then we'll go ahead and just draw 1 off the top. And then I'm going to draw 4 and take 2. So 1 off the top is, there we go. Winston Napier, Esquire, heir to a family fortune. The handsome young Mr. Napier is recently moved to Derbyshire. So, all right, cool. Not terrible. So he goes into the hand. And then we're going to draw 4 and keep 2. So these are done. We're just going to move them out of the way now since we're drawing so many. One, 2, 3, 4. Keep 2 of them. Well, okay. This one, useless. This is tempting. So that's going to be one of the, just, she is, yeah, the gossiper. No. All right, so what do we have? So the gentleman gives us 200 quid. Sir William Hawke, the wealthy family of Sir William, has done well investing in India, a possession he has visited several times. Here we have Miss Penelope Hill, the elegant Miss Hill, has family in London who are very connected in society there. So that gives us a prestige. Definitely tempting. And then this one is pretty interesting. So Susan Norris is an American heiress. Ms. Norris from North Carolina stands to inherit a tobacco fortune. You lose 3 rep, but 700 quid. So I think we're definitely taking Miss Hill. I think that's a no-brainer. So we're keeping her. And we're definitely getting rid of the little gossiper lady. And wow, -3 points. But that 700 could come in real handy for the, say, the builder's holiday. Huh. Huh. Wow, that's really hard. So it's basically 500, lose the rep. Well, and lose the rep. We already got one lady. Wow, that's a tough call. See, and exactly, I can dismiss her, is my thinking. Because I know I'm going to have to pass at least one more time, right? Just probably one more time. Which, If I pass, then I can dismiss her, and it would give me the 700. Oh. I think I'm going to need the money for those. Yeah, you score rep at the end. I think I'm going to try it. I'm going to keep her. So I'm going to get rid of Mr. Hawk. I could make a case either way, but make a decision and go with it. So those two go away. The ladies come into the hand. All right. So there, the estate tile flips. So now the gable conservatory. This one's also pretty important here. C3, take 2, and dismiss 1. Oh, well, there's that as an option. Dan's saying I'm probably making a mistake, and Dan's probably right, but that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So now, buying from the market. We can't afford the music room. Did I? Oh, that right, yeah. The fence paddock is in my back pocket. We can buy that later. So the music room is at risk, and I think that's the only one that we really need to have. So I think we go with the music room. Oh, ha! I didn't even see the music room's part of this. Okay, so there's the 600. We'll buy the music room. You know what? I think we've already covered here what these are. So at this point, just to save space, I'm going to do like so. There we go. Okay. Oh, wait, wrong thing. Not the music room. I already had the music room. Sorry. It's 600 for the stateroom. Grabbed the wrong thing. Sorry. My bad. We're good. I know what I meant. My bad. Okay. Draw. And we have another hybrid, the green room. So, currently is a essentials, but flips over and becomes a 3-point prestige building. So, okay, all right. So that is done. Clear the board, done. And now over here, and honestly, I mean, I don't care what he rolls. So what are you doing, Mr. Eden? And there's no monuments out still. 18, no purchase. So now that will come into play. So help me remember, we subtract 5. So skip this one, but next turn, okay? Yeah, I like that. Okay, cool. So, rotate service. Round track. Just a normal round. No monuments, no servants' hall. So, host, what are we doing? Okay. So, we are at 3 rep. The money coming into the builder's holiday, just saying, like, I mean, right? Because we can't play either of those, so we can cover that. We don't want to dismiss her yet because we haven't used her. That's 1,000 right there. And it would require a gentleman and a lady. And that would be here and here. Those would be used. We have these 3 available. So for the gentleman, there, I mean, I'm leaning towards money. but we're going to lose 3 rep. 1, 2, 3. Something that gives us 2 rep would be great. So say that works because that offsets our loss. And that gives us 1,000 quid coming into that. And that keeps us at 3. I mean, these are the other 3 gentlemen available. And the money is nice, don't get me wrong. I mean, but I think well, here's the interesting thing though. Is we could wait. It would only offset 2 of them. I forget. It's a gentleman and a lady. The other thing I'm thinking about is what if we did that and we don't have anybody that's above a 2 for right now to be able to play. So I think we can actually wait. So I think we could just get that money and that'd be 1,200 quid. I think so. I think I like that. So, and I'll worry about the rep on a subsequent turn. Yeah, I think we do that. So let's go ahead and go rating stables. So that's a gentleman and a lady. And that's going to be there. That's going to be there. And Papa don't need nobody. I think we just get that money. That's 1,200 quid. I mean, that's a ridiculous amount of money coming into the bank holiday. I think so. I think I'm okay with that. So I'm going to lose 3 rep. So that's 1, 2, 3 there. But I think I'm okay with that. And now we can buy 1 from the market, but let me go ahead, just do this and again, just to make it easier. Okay. So where are we? We're at 4. There are no more sporting. Can't get the music room, so that is out. Double oh my God. Double a favor? So, would that, I assume that would be 1,400 and lose 6 prestige? So I'm permanently good here, though. I don't have much by way of here. I'm currently at 0. This flips to be 2. I mean, the green room could be an extra 3 prestige. Or 3, yeah, an extra 3 prestige. I mean, to be able to get a prestige guest would be nice. I can't take that. And I'm already winning, though, on the estate. The Queen Suite is awfully nice, though. Ah. I mean, am I crazy to think about the green room? Probably at 800. I think that's probably nuts. Whereas this is only 400. Yep, we're going to go with the Queen Suite. So that's going to be 400. All right. And I'm just doing this because those are unavailable for me to buy because I own them. Okay, cool. Oh, we have a barn. So the barn is going to go here. Groundskeeping staff is expanded. All estate activities generate a prestige or a rep. That's kind of nice. I'm aware that I had the builder's holiday coming. Don't worry. Here we go. We have croquet lawn. So, whatever. What's up, Stacy? All right. So, we're done. We've cleaned the board. And now the AI goes. -5 off of whatever we roll. Do we care? I don't think we care. I mean, I'd like him not to get whatever position 5 is, so 18 or 19, anything but 18 or 19, so 3 -5. So it's going to be position 1 no matter what. So that goes away now. So the breakfast room. Okay. That goes away. And now the green room just is 200 cheaper. I will buy the barn, probably. And then we have the long gallery. Okay. All right. So now rotate service. They come back over. There. Round track. Builder's holiday. So builder's holiday. I can purchase as many tiles as I want. I'm definitely buying that for 200. Yeah, it's... So let's... I am crushing as far as the estate now, so I don't need to worry about the points necessarily on that. And the reason we got the fence paddock is we now have... Oh, wait. Yeah, we have 2/3 of that. We have, let's see, we have the music room and the conservative. We have 2/3 of that. So we're good on those. And that was 200. We have 600 more to go if we want. Honestly, there's nothing out there that I really want. So now, looking over here, being able to get rep, I think that's good. That's only 200. So that'll be 3. Not to mention that this now puts us permanently so that is essentially a done tile. So now, all estate activities generate 1. So, hey, it's a couple, all right? So, we have 400 quid left. We could get the brushing room for 100. That way footmen can now be valets. And looking at, I do need multiple valets. I think that's worth 100. Okay, so that's done. And, but I don't get the servants' quarters. How am I cheating? Whoa, whoa, hold on, whoa, whoa, whoa. What? How am I cheating? Oh, at the end of the turn. Okay, fine. Fine. So that is 2, 3, for 500 back, right? Is that right? So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right, fine. But that's it. When we buy, I guess. Okay, fair point. All right, no big deal. Fine. Got excited. All right, so host the activity. What the hell are we trying to host? So we are only at level 2. Nope. We have one lady and a whole bunch of dudes. So do we do the riding stables again? Because if we do the riding stables, that gives us a prestige guest, and then that would get us back up to level 3. And it would give us an extra 300. Because we can't do either of these. And we're going to do this at some point, but we can't yet because it's level 4. I think that's what we do. I think we go with the money and we do that, right? And we have everybody available. So yeah, let's go ahead. All right, so here we go. We got that, we have that, and we have that. There and there. I like that. And she's 2, so yeah, we're good. So it's going to be 300. So turn into, get 5. This actually works to our benefit, I think. We get 2 rep. Brings us back to 3. And then a prestige guest. Who we got? Count Dmitry Konstantinov. Hailing from St. Petersburg, the Count has spent a decade in London society. He visits Derbyshire to hunt. So 2 guests, and he's a level 3. That's not terrible. Okay? I think that worked out. So that comes into our hand. So these 2 now, there, 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 and there. I like that. All right. Now we will buy, and because it's a national holiday, now we got more money. No, I still don't think we're doing any of that. We're doing this for 200. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Might as well take the servants' quarters. 5 and 9. Leaves us 200 at the end of our turn. I think we're good on service now. And it's going to get us a rep every turn, which is going to be 1, 2, 3. So that should get us into 4 at least, which means on the last turn we should be able to play the music room, and then during the national holiday we play the stateroom. So we have those 2 turns planned out. Now we just need these guys to go away. A refresh would be great, and honestly, that might be something that because I want to try and get at least one of those. Yeah, that works. So we're done. So now AI's turn. I would love a 20. Could we just get a 20? That'd be great. No monuments still out there. 20 would be great. That's half a 20. Position 3. Gable Conservatory, out. So what are we looking for? Kennel or a flower room would be great. How about a flower room? That'll do, pig. That'll do. Hell yeah. All right. So that gives us this, provided it doesn't go away. That is the key. Rotate service. And remember, one of these are now available to us. And now we have the barn. Keep that in mind. And the brushing room, which means these are also valets. The footmen are. Hot damn. Back up. I already refreshed. I realized it's Courtship. I messed up. Yeah. Okay. A moment. All right. So let's look here. We're going into the third one. Yeah, y'all can see that. 522-11-5. 522-11-5. Losing, winning, winning. Losing. Oh, really? Oh, that sucks. So we basically need it to be service or estate. That'd be good. All right, Peanut Gallery, because you guys have done me so right so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pick a number 1 to 8. Let's go. One to 8. All right. Brand, don't listen to us. Shad, that rounds up, so we're gonna call that a 3. So 3 it is. All right, 3 is the first one. We can all blame Shad Ghost if it's not good. Dan says, I've never purchased 5 tiles on a builder's holiday. I have. No, it's not. It's tepid tea at this point, but that's all right. One time, can we get a service or an estate? Hell nah. Golly. This is not good. Glory to Rome. You'd think just one of those would work with us. Golly. All right. Because it's sporting. We have 4. He had 5. That's why. Okay. So rotate service, done. Round track. Here we go. 13th round. We don't have the servants' hall, no monuments, and now host. We are at level 3. Ugh. This is the key. This is super important to us. I mean, but that doesn't get us money. And I need 800. There's no way we're getting 800. Are we? That's 5, 6. No. Most we could do is 6. Oh, I don't have a lady, so we can't do that. So we need something that is only gentry. We could do this, which... that is a possibility. Friend zoned again. Should have rounded down, clearly. They like pretty buildings, prestigious things, and shooting. They punished him for the village fair and apparently hate gardens, right? another option. So that's who, oh, shoot, hold on. Wrong thing. Sorry about that. So that's what we have. They're all gentlemen. Hold on. I think I should pass. I think, whoa. Yeah, whoa. We need to pass because this is 6 gentry. I only have 4 cards in my hand. There you go. Never mind. We're passing. That becomes the no-brainer. So we're passing. Reclaim the deck. You betcha. Okay. Refresh service. Everybody over. Collect 2. Oh, no. We need the flower room. So we will collect our 200. And now we will shop. We elect not to shop. Done. Yeah. We're not shopping, right? Like, I'm not. No, because we just need the flower room. Yeah. All right. Think of even numbers. Let's go 4. 4 is a good number. Even numbers. Anything but 15, in other words. Even numbers. So 4. 10. Fine. Position 3 goes away. Okay. 1, 2, 3, the green room. I wasn't getting it at this point anyways. That's the important one. Okay. Oh, and we need to discard a goal. So hold on. Before I draw, let me put that back in. Before I draw, what one are we getting rid of? I think we get rid of the French Garden, right? Because we haven't seen it. I think so. And we already have one, give me 5. And this one is currently worth 1, 2, 3. That's worth 4 right now doing nothing. This, we still have to get it. No, I think we get rid of that one. So there we go. Depending on what draws and how things play out, maybe one of those goes away. Okay? All right. So now we will draw. Okay. So what would, in a perfect world, we got the flower room. We need a kennel. So a kennel? Perfect. Servants' hall. Not really. So, whatever. All right. So that was the end of his turn. Yeah. So now, national holiday. National holiday says players are permitted to host any activity and any guests during, in other words, this number don't matter no mo. So, rotate service, done. Done. Host activity, that'd be a stateroom. So the butler did it. There we go. 6 gentry. 6 cards. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I forgot. You're right. That goes there. We need to draw one more. You're right. All right, so what are we looking for again? We're looking for the kennel. Come on. Greyhound action. Nope. Drawing room. Nope. It's not out there. All right, done. So, as I said, 6 gentry. Here we go. I'm just going to throw out, like, reasonable possibilities. So we have 6. So let's go ahead. Probably not, but just saying. A male prestige. Do we have any male? We do have a male. I think we do, right? Do we? We do. And we also have that to be able to get rid of her, potentially. We also have that. All right. So it's going to be 6 between those 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3 of those we're not going to do. So we know we need 300 quid. So that'd be a yes. So there's 1. I feel good about that. That's 1. I mean, I feel like this is more important than rep because that's worth 16 points to be able to buy that. So that's for sure. And rep, so let's see. We're going to get 5. And let me look at the rep chart. The difference between 3 and 4 is 4 points, and difference between 4 and 5 is 5 points. So realistically, I think we could get up to 15. So we're getting 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we can get 5 more, that'd be perfect. 2. So if, let me look. If we did those 4 so far, because that's going to give us another 2 rep for playing that. So that would be 4 rep. That would be, and do I have enough to be able to do this? So let's see. I have 3 valets now. And I do. There, and there. So all of that works. And that leaves these 2. And that would be 5. I don't think it's, oh. So if that's 5, then do we go ahead and say 6 and get rid of the heiress? Because she gave us the 700. I kind of dig that, and that's going to get us 1, 2, 3. It's going to get us 3 more. Or instead of, actually, we could do that maybe on a future turn. Go ahead, get that. And that would allow us, and that plays that. I like that. Yep, there you go. There's our 6. I feel good about that. On a future turn, we play that to get rid of her. I like that. All right. So let's make sure now. So we have valet, lady, valet, because remember we have the brushing room there. Also, we get 1 more rep for the barn, right? All estate activity. Oh, estate. That was not. Sorry. Back that up. And then we have that, and we're good. I like it. I like that. Okay. So now let's go ahead and just throw everybody over here into expended service just to clear up. Give us some room. I mean, that was a hell of a formal affair, right? Okay, so money first. We're looking at 300. So a total of 400 there and there. Then that's good. Then we do a rep. That's 2, 3, 4. So 2, 4, 5, 6 because she was escorted with that. 6 and 5 is a total of 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That'll do, pig. That'll do. So that's now we do guests. So we'll do the filthy casuals first. So these are done. And there. That's what we have left. There we go. All right. So we have 2 casuals. Okay. All right, so we have, yeah, that's not good. Another cad. Damn it. Well, worst comes to worst. We could do the fence paddock and 2 gentry in play, so we'd be able to get rid of the heiress and the cad. And so we have Sir Bentley Churchill. What does BT stand for? I don't know what that means. Sir Bentley lacks all the proprietary of his father, pursues ladies with abandon, and is quite wealthy. Spoiled little rich kid. Got it. And Miss Alice Bingley is beloved by all for her graceful manners and pure disposition. So those 2 come into the hand, unfortunately. Okay. And now we're going to get 2 prestige. So the first one, Agnes, the Marchioness of Easton, the well-known Marchioness, hails from London and has impeccable reputation. She gives you a VP card and 3 rep, although she really needs some serious attention. Okay, but you know what? It's also 6 points. So, baronet, that's what that is. Okay, thank you, Calcagus. And finally, we have Lady Eleanor Palmer. Without debate, Lady Eleanor, I'm sorry, is the most gregarious and connected socialite native to Derbyshire. All right, cool. And they come into hand. Although, see, she's got to be a 6, so we're at 5. All right, so that is done. It was exciting, if nothing else. Those go away. All right, so now buy from the market. I think we will choose a flower room. There we go. A double favor allows you to dismiss 2 and gives you a prestige guest. That might be the way we go. Okay, I dig it. All right, so clear the board. I think we are cleared, except this now flips because it was played, and that now gives us 13. We are 1 behind here. Oh boy, we have some decisions to make. All right. We need to refill this. Again, I would love a paddock. I'm sorry, a kennel. We've not seen a monument either. And that is a West Saloon. So, all right. Yeah. All right. AI. I don't care. 20 would be great, honestly. Oh, so close. So close. Nothing. And now it's -5 for the last turn. Okay. Rotate service. Okay. Round track. Final actual round. No monuments, no servants' hall, host activity. Okay, so now give me a second to look at all of this. Deploy a servant from the servants' quarters each turn. So I have this as an option, one of them. And if I do a estate, one of these, it will give me 1 more there. And that's about it on that. So now, and now that we're at 4, It's hard to pass that one up. 6, 14. I think we have to play the music room. I think it's got to be that. That allows us 3, right? So that's 1. Nope, I can't play that. Oh, no, I can't play that. 1. So that is 1. I think it's got to be that. Is there anything at a 5? If I were to spend the 4 to refresh the builder's market, would that make sense? Because I can get to 6. And that's 6 points. I don't think it's worth it. So, 3 gentry. That's 1, which means I get rid of that. Two. I can only play 2 that need something. Yeah, no money. That's a fair point. So, okay. I have 2 options as I see it. Okay. I can either play the music room, which flips this, which is the important part. It wins us the prestige. We win -2. Yeah, we win prestige, we would win estate, we win service. But the problem is, these are the 2 that are counting for us, and the 4th one. And that's a negative, so getting that doesn't help us. And getting that is a 0, that doesn't help us. Okay, the other option, and being the 4 gentry, if we did that, 1 to be able to probably get rid of him, that would give us 1 prestige guest, and that would give us a total of, let's see, that would be a net of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That gets us to 6. And we would leave it there. And the other question is the dismiss for the 3. I don't think so. I think we do with the music room. I think it's a no-brainer. So we're going to do the music room here. So butler or under butler, and that's going to be 3 gentry. Oh, so that's 1. That's probably going to be 2. And it's got to be somebody that doesn't have anything. So our options are either him or Pops, because everybody else has some sort of attendant. So 200 is better than 100. I think that's what we do. There you go. So those would be the 3 we play, and then I use the servants' quarters for Lady Eleanor. There we go. So first things first, 200 quid. Done. Thanks, Pops. Then, she will dismiss the cad, so he goes away. She's done. And here we go. So we get one of each. Oh, I missed the rep too, didn't I? Sorry. That is 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bink. There we go. All right. Miss Caroline West. Miss West's fortune comes from trade, and she has managed it shrewdly. All right, well done. Doesn't help, doesn't hurt. And finally, hey, it's 2 points. Caroline, the Viscountess Abernathy, the Viscountess, is demanding of the domestic staff and never gentle with the foolishness of the young. We will not abide. All right. Into the hand. Expended. There. Expended. But more importantly, flip. All right. So we're winning the middle 3. One time? I'm just saying. One time? So we have 300 quid. Do we want to buy something? That hurts us. Is there a reason to buy anything? Because winning, 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 can't do anything about, can't do anything about. I don't think we buy anything. All right, so the AI for the final time. All right, so -5 on this. That'd be 8. Position 3 goes away. Croquet lawn. Oh, by the way, I was supposed to have gotten rid of one of these. I would have right? Yeah, I should have. So we had, hold on, 5, 8, and then get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm good, right? I'm good, yeah, okay. So let's see what we could have gotten. Butler's Pantry goes there, draw again. And Lionheart Suite. Double all favors. Oh, good golly, that would have been sexy. All right, cool. So, final courtship. All right, Peanut Gallery, you guys have been so good to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 to 7. Here we go. One to 7. One time. Can we win one, please? This is an important one. This is like a 10-point swing right here. 1 to 7. This is impressive. You guys still have not matched up a third one. There it is, 3. 3 it is. All right. So who do we blame? Alyssa, Maria, and Patrick. 1, 2, 3. Y'all suck. Glory to Rome, to the collective. Ah, that is so gross. So, just to be clear, that was 1. That would have been good. That was 2. That wouldn't have been good. This is 4. Nope. 5 would have been good. 6 would have been good. 7 would have been good. Just saying. y'all are terrible. Terrible, terrible. Oh, wait a minute. Estate. Check that. I thought that was essentials. Never mind. I rescind the glory to Rome because I misread. I apologize. Okay. My bad. We win that one. Sorry. But we're not going to know what it is yet. I'm just going to put it right there. I apologize. And now, who do we want? Do we want Charles Fairchild or Miss Elizabeth Fairchild? I like her eyes. That's a top hat, though. I like her eyes. There we go. Into the hand. There we go. All right, we go into final scoring. My bad. All right. So let's take a look at the AI first. Let's find out what we're having to fight up against. Okay. So base of 95. So this is a base of 95. Okay. And then let's look at the 3 VP cards. 3, 7. Oh, that's awesome. Another 12. Cool. So that'd be, I'm pretty sure that's 107. That's where we're at. Now, I am not going to show what we got, but I believe they range from, what, 2 to 5, is it? Right? Just looking. There are not a lot of 5s. 3 to 5. Okay. All right. All right. So here we go. Let's count it up. Improvement tile, victory points. All right. Let's look. Yeah, all right. Just making sure. Here we go. 0, 1, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. 6, 7, 11, 9, 11. We're at 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 25, 31. Gentry victory points. Okay, there we go. So, all of our cards. Let's move this stuff out of the way. We've counted all those up. Okay, here we go. 8, 10, 12, 18, 15, 16, 18, 20, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 30. We're at 61. All right, objectives. What did we get? Okay, we can score 3 of these. So I'm pretty sure we're scoring those 3 because we never got the kennel. So, 5. And then, let's see, green, white, and purple. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 9. 9 and 16 would be 25. Okay. And then rep, we're at 6. You'll take my word for it. There we go. 6. 6 is 21. It's not bad. It's not bad. So that'd be 7. I'm pretty sure that's 107 right there. Oh, shoot. You're right, you're right, you're right, you're right, you're right, you're right. Hold on, you're right. I forgot. Add up all 4. So a moment. Let's make sure that we win that for the victory point. So we have prestige. Prestige is going to be, you're right, it's all 4 of them. So what is theirs? So Eden's, can't believe I screwed that up. Sorry, guys. It's going to be 10, 24, 25, 26. Check that. So we have sporting, we have prestige, we have estate, and essential. So no service. So that is 24, 25, 26. 26. So we got 0, 4, and then these. So 26. So that's 4, 10, that's 20, 20, 20, 26. And what was he at? 26. Oh, son of a, so we tie. We tie. So what does that mean? We lose 8 points off of the gentry. So that's actually 22, which means that's 53, which means that's 99. The reason is we don't get the Fairchild. I mean, why not? So there we go. But we do get the VP, but we don't get the Fairchild. So 2 victory points per servant. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yep. So that's going to be 14. Wealth, we have a total of 300, so it's going to be another 1. That'll be 15. 15 and 99 is 114. And then our courtship, and they will get a VP. You are correct. So let's give them one. Let's give them 1. They got 3. So they got 15. That's 110. And then ours is 4. That'd be 118. 118 to 110. What? Take that, Eden. Yeah. I lost the courtship because the Fairchild was in the possession of Eden. Oh, wait. Why do I... Oh, hold on. Wait. Yeah, we both get the VP card. Oh, and they... Oh, no. Oh, so they get the Fairchild? Which means 118, 118. Explain to me, Dan, why they get the Fairchild card. Oh no, my pen. Oh no, my Marine Corps pen's dying. All right, well, 118, 118. Why do they get it? Because we're tied. If the courtship is a tie, both the starting player and the opponent receive a victory point card. Oh, bottom of page 16. A moment. Page 13. Final courtship has, okay, event, let's see. Okay, if there is a tie among players in the total for all 4 theme categories, there was, the player with the highest player board reputation wins the final courtship. If tied, no one wins the card of either Charles or Elizabeth, but all tied players draw a victory point card. Okay, thank you. They don't get the Fairchild, so I win 118 to 110. Thank you. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Eden tried to cheat. We got him. Cheaters never win. Just saying. All right. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. That was stressful. That was tough. That was really tough. Obviously, you know, you got the randomness of the tiles. You clearly have the randomness of the theme, right? What the Fairchilds want. But even so, you don't know what they want, but you know what the AI is going to be going after, so you can kind of schedule it or kind of plan for that in that regards, I think. So that's not bad. That was intermediate. That was. The Edens are an intermediate. So next time, I think we'll have to do an expert. And we'll do the expansion, which prototype to include upstairs, downstairs, right? So that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Rules-wise, it's really not that hard. Everything is really good right here on the player aid, pretty much. And a couple of small mistakes here or there, but it's a solo game. And I always go back to what Mark Gurman said, that if you're not trying to deliberately circumvent the rules to abuse the game or the system or the AI, then you do your due diligence, and if you make mistakes, you live with it. It's a solo game. Normally, no one's going to know unless you're streaming it. So there's that. A New York Raider fan, is the game worth getting? I will never answer a worth question, because what's worth to someone is worthless to somebody else. The reason I do these playthroughs is to show you guys what the game's like, and then you make the decision for your own benefit. Did I enjoy the solo playthrough? Yes. Did I enjoy the multiplayer playthrough? Yes. Which do I like better between those? It's been a while since I played it multiplayer, I'll be honest. I really enjoyed the solo experience. And I think it's fleshed out well. I think it's a simple bot. I mean, the bot is basically just this and scoring and this stuff. I think it's an elegant bot. I think it's very low maintenance. I think it's very low overhead, which is what you want from a solitaire bot. Yet provides a challenge. And there are 3 levels. You know, the beginner, intermediate, and expert, plus there are different variants that you can play. Steven asks, will upstairs, downstairs be available to purchase or a first edition upgrade? So Dan, okay, upstairs, downstairs is available, he said. Cool. All right. That was fun. I really enjoyed that. So any questions? I mean, you guys saw it. And the funny thing is as many guests as we went through, I mean, that's the size of the Prestige deck. And the Filthy Casuals is that big. So there's a lot that we didn't even see. I mean, if I go back to the beginning of what the ones I saw that I buried, I mean, I think there's still that much that we didn't see on the casual deck. And with all the tiles that we went through, it'd be easier to do it this way. All those we didn't get to. Don't mind the fuzzies from the bag. Yeah. A lot of variation there. All right. Cool. There we go. So let me ask y'all, do y'all want to see upstairs, downstairs in with the solo game? comment if you're watching live, comment down below. And if so, if I get enough feedback between now and tomorrow, I might put it on the schedule for next week or the following week after that. I'd rather do it while it's fresh in my head. Does the turn after passing feel a lot more AP prone? I mean, this was my deck, right? As I got that, I didn't feel like it was excessively AP inducing. I mean, there were a couple of points where you definitely really want to ponder, and the more options you have, the more cards you have, the more AP inducing it can be. But I never felt paralyzed by that. And to be honest with you, a couple of times where I really seemed indecisive or whatever, I was trying to understand what the peanut gallery was trying to convey. So that was a couple of the pauses in the game. So no, it didn't feel excessively so. I mean, more choices, so more things to think about after passing, meaning you get your whole deck back. But no, I didn't think so. Okay, apparently collectively, everybody says, yeah, solo with the expansion would be nice. Okay, then let's do it next week. We'll run it back next week. The other question then for Dan and Maria is, do I choose a harder bot for the expansion one? Or do we stay with intermediate? I don't know how that's going to scale things because I haven't even opened the box yet. All right. And Todd brings up a fair point. AP doesn't really matter in a solo game, right? Because no one's waiting on you. You just leave it set up on your table and come back after you've made a decision, right? If you want. That's the joy of solo gaming. No one's waiting on you. Just this person. Yeah, there you go. All right. Cool. Well, thanks again to everybody out there for being patient, because this one was cursed, wasn't it? I think legitimately, it got delayed 4 different days and I think like 7 different times, including different time scheduling. It's been a crazy, welcome to 20/21, right? But I appreciate everybody's patience. Thanks for hanging out. Definitely enjoyed it. Big thanks to Dan for sending the 2nd edition so I could stream this for you guys. It wasn't sponsored. I just said, hey, I'm going to stream it. And Dan was like, hey, I think the 2nd edition would be a better one to stream. I'll send it to you. I was like, all right, let's make it happen. So big thanks to Dan, and I believe Dan's daughter, who runs his social media account. Thanks for the help on that. Let me see. Anything else? Yeah, all right. Cool. There you go. Now, I'm supposed to be streaming Power Grid in an hour and a half. We may slide that about half an hour. And it may not be a full teach on the front end because I am not fully prepared for that. But it's Power Grid. I think most everybody knows how to play that, I'm hoping. And we've already done a straight up teach for that previously with Michael Brandt. So that said, it'll be 7:30, let's call it. So keep that in mind. About 2 hours from now, I need to set it up. I need to get something to eat, all that stuff. So I will be back then for Power Grid Recharge from Rio Grande. Cool. All right. So as always, give it a thumb. Seriously, if you guys are here, I'd appreciate it. Costs you nothing. Helps the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Speaking of costing, if you guys want to throw a few bucks towards Heavy Cardboard, certainly would appreciate it. Per that, you could go to pledgehc.com, support the show there. Certainly do appreciate it. And yeah, be kind to one another. I mean, it says right here, right? Be a nice human. It's not that hard. Give people the benefit of the doubt. Life sucks right now with COVID and politics and all that stuff. So give people the benefit of the doubt, all right? Wear your masks. Social distance, so maybe we can get past this sometime later on this year. And we'll see you guys in a couple hours, all right? Cheers. That was fun. Kick their ass. All right, I'll see y'all later tonight. Take care, everybody.